Jai Shri Krishna. We are going to begin with the Bharani nakshatra now. Bharani nakshatra is the second nakshatra of the 27. Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika, Rohini, Mrigashira, Ardra, Punarvasu, Pushya, Ashlesha, Makha, Pubba, Uttara, Hasta, Chitta, Swati, Vishakha, Anuradha, Jeshtha, Mula, Purvashadha, Uttarashadha, Shravana, Dhanishta, Shradabhisha, Purva Bhadrapada, Uttara Bhadrapada, Revati. So these are the 27 stars and Bharani nakshatra is the second of all of these. So let's see this nakshatra. Thank you. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Ram. So today we are going to see the nakshatra Bharani. Bharani is the second nakshatra of the 27 nakshatras. And today we are going to see this Bharani nakshatra in our nakshatra series. So, of the 27 nakshatras, Bharani is the second nakshatra and it is ruled by Yama. Generally, Bharani is thought to be a destructive nakshatra, which actually it is, but it sometimes gives very good effects also. So let us see some nice things and some informative aspects that shed light on this nakshatra. This nakshatra, Bharani, literally means to hold, to bear. So, to scan a few things about this nakshatra starts at 13 degrees 20 minutes in the zodiac and it ends at 26 degrees 40 minutes. Each pada, as previously mentioned, is 3 degrees 20 minutes. So, this particular nakshatra has a special energy called Apabharani Shakti. And also this nakshatra, starting with all the information about this nakshatra, it is owned by Shukra, the planet Shukracharya, the great Niti Tantra, the person who had made the Niti Shastra or Shukra Niti for the demons to rule their kingdom. So, as we know, there are 3 worlds, 3 loka, of which the third one, the last one, is called Naraka. And Naraka is the last loka. And this Naraka has many segments in it. There is one Rakshasa ruler for all the lokas of Naraka and one Rakshasa ruler for each loka. Just like how we have rulers in different kingdoms of earth, we have even in the Rakshasa lokas, in the Pishacha lokas, in the Bhuta lokas, there are separate rulers according to our ancient Vedic faith. So here, Shukracharya is the teacher of these Rakshasas. And he has made a special code of conduct for these Rakshasas and a special way of behavior and their lifestyle. Everything is written down in his book Shukraniti and various other books. So he has made the Niti or the code of conduct for all the Asuras or the Rakshasas, Daityas, Danavas. They are called by different names. Danavas are different, Danujas are different, Daityas are different, Rakshasas are different, Pishachas are different, Sarpas, Ghoras, Yakshas and so many other, demons are present in the downward lokas. Yakshas are mid-humans. So like this, Shukracharya is a lord of these particular demons, Asuras, Danavas. So he is called Asura Guruhu and Brihaspati is called Suraguru. So he is known to be very perfect in his Niti. And this nakshatra also has got these characteristics. So Bharani people, because of the influence of Shukracharya, can become lawyers. And now, going forward, this nakshatra is in Aries and Aries is owned by Mars. Mars is a very powerful person, very powerful planet. And he is known to be Kartikeya and also Mangala, auspicious one, powerful one, Bhadra, the safe, the secure. So, he is known by various names, Bhadra, Mangala and Kartikeya, Shanmukha and various other names, and his Adhidevata is Murugan or Kartikeya. And now as we see, Mars is a very powerful commander. So, Bharani nakshatra has taken the qualities of Mars and Venus. And we know when Mars and Venus combine together, a special energy comes. That is the powerful energy of Shiva and Shakti. So, Mars is Shiva and Venus is Shakti. So, when these two combine, the entire universe comes. So before the Lord, that is the Shiva means the auspicious one, the Lord. So Shakti and Shiva, when they combine, when the energies combine, the entire universe is produced. And here we can see that this energy here is shown very well. And Bharani means the one who bears. So this energy of there's one thing. Bharani means bearing. Bharani means what do you say? It also means Bharana. Bharana means a weight, a measure, etc. So here two main planets are there. One is Mars, second is Venus. After that, the Navamshas have special considerations in this. The Navamshas, for example, the first pada, second pada, third pada, fourth pada have different Isha or lords of each one of these padas. So these padas have special effect on the nakshatra also. So for example, if Bharani nakshatra's first pada is governed by a particular planet, that planet will also have a say in the person's future. So normally Bharani people are easily provoked. So do not be provoked by anybody. Be calm. Face a situation. Do not try to get angry with anybody who has caused the situation. Face it bravely. That is the quality of a good person. So Bharani nakshatra means to bear. The star of restraint, patience. It is asking you to cultivate patience in yourself. Bharani also means to cultivate, to expand, etc. So here when moon comes into picture with Mars and Venus, sometimes a person can get into bad habits. And the next thing is that Bharani people are generally very healthy. The reason why is sun gets exalted here. And in this Rashi, sun gets exalted. So when the sun is in Bharani nakshatra, he gives lots of health to the person, and he also gives them abhimana. Swabhimana is what it's called in Sanskrit. Swabhimana, that means to have arrogance or pride, etc. These factors are also quite negative, but the pride factor is sometimes good. So sometimes it gives you pride, enthusiasm to a particular activity. And next, when we see this particular nakshatra when associated with the moon, it gives the elephant energy. So this is shown by the elephant symbol. When we go deep into the face of the elephant and how it looks, it shows the Pranamakara, Ganesha's face. And one day, and in some of the Puranas, there is a story that Shani had an aspect on Lord Ganesha's face which made the face like Vakra, which made it deformed, so-called deformed, but it is very beautiful in that manner. But still, because of doing that, Shani is debilitated in this asterism. So we can see that Bharani nakshatra is a very important nakshatra. It is the nakshatra of an elephant. The elephant power is shown in this. So it's made up of 3 stars which form a triangle exactly like this. When it forms a triangle, it is known as it's known as a trikona shape. So this particular triangle shape comes directly like this and like this. No, actually like this. The opposite triangle, not like this. It comes like this. So in the sky, when the rishis found it, they used to name it and they used to make it simple for the future people to know, and used to expand it. They could see beyond that star and even more and more about the star. In fact, they made spiritual energies out of the star. They wrote down whatever they could see at that time. And at that time, truth was in abundance. Now we do not have truth in abundance because lies are in abundance. We have truth in abundance, but lies are even more, so they are faking up truth. They are covering up truth. So to dig out truth, we have to try a lot and a lot. So now we are going to see 2 shlokas about this nakshatra. One was from Bharat Samhita. Bharat Samhita is a great text by Varahamihira. Sage Varahamihira had made this wonderful text. He was an astronomer and a great astrologer. He had written down about the characteristics of Bharani nakshatra and a person who was born in Bharani nakshatra. Yamye sripishita bhuja krura vadhabandhato Yamye sripishita bhuja kruraha vadhabandhatadana saktaha Tushadhanya nicha kulodbhavaha vihinascha satvena. That means that the people who are born in Yamya nakshatra. Yamya means the Bharani nakshatra. So Bharani is governed by Yama. Yama, here the great Lord Yama, we'll discuss about him also later, he's very generous also. So anybody is born in the Yamya nakshatra or Bharani nakshatra is generally inclined towards meat eating and towards destruction of animals. Generally this happens because this nakshatra is a Krura nakshatra. Some people think that when I am showing the negative points of this nakshatra, I am quite funny, but for that you can go and see Brihat Samhita, and Brihat Samhita and such texts are the first texts in astrology and the most greatest texts in astrology, Brihat Parashara Shastra. They talk about astrology, they explain to us. It is after that we have to synthesize it, but some people don't like this information. They want to hear some Western touch up of it. They want to hear some soothing touch up of any nakshatra. But here, I am telling you, this nakshatra is generally inclined towards cruel activities. A person born in this nakshatra does not always have to be cruel. You can change your tendency. God has given you that powerful power. It's called the free will nature. So, when we are supposed to be given some karma, we are doing the karma out of our own wish, and we are getting the effects of it as Rajasic people. But a Sattvic person is given the free will. He does the work for the Lord and then he gives the effects to the Lord. So, this particular thing is shown in the second chapter, 47th shloka also by the Lord. So that's why we all have our independent rights to do anything we want. But the effects are finally to the Lord. So, Krura, this nakshatra is first of all a Krura nakshatra, a cruel nakshatra. So generally they are very cruel people. But if there are various planets which are aspecting it in a right way, then that person will become a very good person. The person will be sweet, person will be healthy, person will be influential, person will be heights of rich and aristocratic phases of life. And also here, Vadha, Bandha, Tadana Saktaha. Vadha means killing, murder. Bandhana means tying, torture. Tadana means beating. So Bandhana and Tadana are forms of torture. Killing or murdering is Vadha. So sometimes this particular murdering and torturing is involved even in the ancient times for people who are evil. The kings have special detectives who keep going around everywhere. They're called Tikshnas. For more reference, you can see the Arthashastra, which shows the presence of Tikshnas or special people who go around and checking for things, spying for things, and they catch any information that is present around. And they also are involved in all of these activities for the wide prevalence of dharma. So sometimes to counteract adharma, we need a few tactics, and those tactics are represented by the Bharani nakshatra. People who are born in Bharani nakshatra are generally inclined towards detective and secret lifestyle and all of these things, risky things in life, etc. Sometimes it is needed, but sometimes we can track criminals who are born in Bharani nakshatra and who have done various dangerous kinds of things, crimes in their life. And Bharani nakshatra people are generally they are inclined towards taking up risks, destroying people. And if we take it in the dharma sense also, a kshatriya can destroy his enemies in all manners, in any manner. If the enemy is prevalent in adharma, it can destroy his enemy in any manner. So here, tushadhanya, pod grains. So these people trade pod grains. And then we have nita kulodbhavaha, nitashtasau kulashcha. So these people are born in families who have done various bad things. So some people are born like this. Other people are born in very great families, but they're still in Bharani nakshatra. You might ask me why this is. But every time when I'm talking about a nakshatra, I'm always talking about the general characteristics of a nakshatra. And it is not possible to detail everybody's chart in an aspect of nakshatra in every one of my videos. Because there are thousands of jatakas in the world, and we can't exactly delineate what is the future of each person. We can only say one general aspect about a nakshatra. It might change for your jataka. For your jataka, there might be different aspects. There might be different positions of the planets. There might be different combinations of the planets. There might be different yogas and so many aspects together. So therefore, anything can't be be exact. We have to go in deep into it. And when we see each jataka, we can see the combination, the permutation, the total view of the jataka. Not only the Rashi, Navamsha and the other Shodashamsas are also there. Our Rishis have given us so much information. Western astrology is limited. Vedic astrology is unlimited. It goes. It's an ocean. More than an ocean also, I would say. There's so much to learn more in the Vedic field. So here we can see that Vihinascha Satvena, Neetakulottavaha, Vihinascha Satvena. So these people are generally devoid of the inner purity of physics. So for doing a few activities to protect dharma, a Kshatriya has to do a few activities which are devoid of total inner purity. These activities can be killing of an enemy, cutting, blood scenes, murders, and secret lives, etc. All of these things might be a part of it, a total part of it. So there are two kinds of yuddhas, Dharma Yuddha and Kuta Yuddha, according to the ancient Yuddha texts. So the ancient texts of warfare. Kuta Yuddha is generally prohibited, but at strange occasions we might need this Kuta Yuddha. This Kuta Yuddha is based on secrecy, tactics, etc. So Bharani people are generally involved in such work. And now, this is the view of Brihat Samhita. The same author, sage Varaha Mihira, has mentioned in Brihat Jataka, his second book, Kritanishchaya Satyaruk Sukhitascha Bharanishu. He has said that Kritanishchaya Satyaruk, he will always be truthful. He is definite and truthful. And also Dakshaha means the one who is perfect, the one who is clever, one who is a perfectionist. So Bharani people are talented, they are perfectionists, they will do it. This is a very nice view of the Bharani nakshatra. So Bharani people are generally perfectionists. They look at the wholesome part of the entire thing. They are like elephants. An elephant is determined, it is easily provoked also, and also Sukhitaha means one who is always happy, one who is calm. Bharani, in Bharani nakshatra, all of these qualities are generally observed. And we can see that these two shlokas are from the same author, and both, when read together, give a total perspective of this nakshatra. And now we can see also in the Taittiriya Brahmana, that means to give you a very simple perspective of what a Brahmana is. It's a special Vedic text, and it is an auxiliary text of the Samhita. So a Veda is broken into four parts. Organized into four parts, not broken. Samhita, then we come to Brahmana, Upanishad, and here in the Samhita, the mantras are written down. When we come to the Brahmana, the explanation of the mantras is written along with various references. When we come to the Upanishad, the essence is given. When we come to the Aranyaka, another essence is given. Upanishad is the end. So Brahmana is an explanation of the mantras with ritualistic processes. So this might include various parts of, as we call Jyotisha also. So here it says, Anuradha Prathamam Apabharani Uttamam. That means it is saying, Tani Yama Nakshatrani. There are two kinds of nakshatras according to this Brahmana text. One is the Deva nakshatras, second is the Yama nakshatras. Deva nakshatras are sattvic nakshatras, pure nakshatras. Yama nakshatras are generally negative nakshatras. This is in relation to Vastu. If you make a positive and negative north and south pole of a magnetic sphere, then we can keep the nakshatras in particular degrees and we can place them in signs. And when we make this organization, we say from Kritika to Vishakha, according to the Taittiriya Brahmana, it is actually called the Deva Nakshatra zone. From Anuradha to Bharani, it is called the Yama Nakshatra zone. So Bharani is the end of the Yama Nakshatra zone. And Yama rules this area also. So Bharani is a very important nakshatra in the Yama Nakshatras. So we can see that Yama Nakshatras are generally giving negative influence. So the Vastu field is also considered this feel-good factor. It starts like this: east, southeast, south, southwest, west. So we can see that this particular area is generally a sattvika, kind of, most of the directions. Then as it goes, northwest, north, northeast and east. So therefore, the earth is made into 8 directions. According to Tarka, one of the dravyas or objects is also direction. It says Dik Kala. Tarka also says, Tarka Sangraha, a text made by Annam Bhatta. It says that Kala is also, Dik or direction is also an object. So it is everywhere, it is spread out across the universe, it is Nitya, it is forever. Nobody can ever break the cycle of this particular great direction. The cycle of directions can never be broken. So therefore, let us see now. The next thing is that a person born in Bharani nakshatra, so first females, let's consider this, that females born in Bharani nakshatra are generally career minded and generally they are weak. Females born in this nakshatra. Males born in this nakshatra are enterprising, entrepreneurs, and even females. This is a general characteristic of this nakshatra. And also we can see that in the Brihad Samhita, this is considered the head of the nakshatra purusha. So for more reference of the Brihad Samhita, you can see the version edited by Dr. Krishna Jagnu and also Dr. Johann Hendrik Caspar Kern. And you can see this version of Brihad Samhita. It is divided into 2 volumes, and you'll find these chapters in this. The Nakshatra Purusha is a special organization of the nakshatra into 27 parts, and each one of those parts are for worship. Bharani is considered the head of this. So if there is an affliction to Bharani, you can most likely get a head problem, facial, eye problems, problems in the lower part of the body, and various problems related to brain also, because this is a Kruna nakshatra. Mental affliction is also characterized by this. So be calm, do not get tensed, sit down, relax, do not get provoked, be easy to everybody around you and be easy to yourself, and do not be negative, bring yourself into the positive sphere. Do not feel scared about any of the predictions that are given. They all are ordained for special work. This is not the end. There is another birth. This life is a trial. It's a test. It is a chance. So we are supposed to be calm before an exam. What is the way we must behave before an exam? We must behave calm. Life is a tide, an ocean. We are plunged into the ocean. We are drowning. Everybody is drowning. We might feel happy one or the other time, but we will be drowning. We have to be perfect. All humans can't be perfect. We have to see what is happening around us. We have to realize the truth. We have to be devoted to the Lord. That's the only way. Be devoted to the Lord. That's the biggest thing of humanity. That's when we can reach the Supreme. All astrology predictions, whatever we see in life, the Vedic rituals, everything finally comes to one. That is realization of the Supreme. That is devotion to the Supreme, the Lord. So one more interesting characteristic of this nakshatra, people who are born under this nakshatra, is that they are fond of spreading rumors. And the elephant symbol is also very significant. It is Om. Elephant symbol, when inverted and made into a few, combinations of permutations, it looks like the Om symbol. Lord Ganesha's face is an elephant face, and Lord Ganesha gives special power to this nakshatra. People in this nakshatra are blessed with health, vigor, strength, and all things like that. Even an elephant is very strong. So cultivate this energy, increase the energy in your body and in your mind, in your soul, and everywhere. This nakshatra is about cultivating. Cultivate various talents in your life. This nakshatra is about talents. As the great sage Varahamihira says in this shloka, he says, Dakshaha, That means talented. That means expertise. Cultivate your expertise. Cultivate your talents. That is the way it must be in life. So we can also see that these people like to be in music and movies and all of these things. Film, music, they like to make that their career. They are lawyers by profession. They like to be lawyers by profession. They like to be people who are into biology, chemistry, or the mixture of both. But please do not take biochemistry, modern biochemistry. Take ancient biochemistry. It is not harmful at all. We are using various chemicals for the good of everybody. But in modern biochemistry, many dangerous things are being done. For example, GMO, etc. So get into ancient biochemistry. Create a new field. Do not get into the same field where everybody is going. Be frank in your opinion. Bharani nakshatra is also frank in their opinion. It's like an elephant. An elephant does what he wants to till the end. He is pushed to the corner, but he does not escape. Does what you want to. So do what you want to in your full life. Keep doing it. And Lord Yama is Adhidevata of this nakshatra. But moment the word Yama is said, we get the things, oh death, this, that, inauspicious, etc. But Yama is such a great Devata. He is the most important Devata. He teaches us the lesson of life. When we die, we are taken to Yama's place. There he ordains what is supposed to be done for us. The reason why Bharani nakshatra I said lawyers is because of two reasons. One is Yama's judgmental behavior. The second one is Shukracharya's niti, code of conduct. That's why these people are generally lawyers. And lawyer here does not mean studying some BL and just getting into a profession and banging a hammer there. It means that you have to help people. You have to show the code of conduct in your life. Spiritually, mentally, physically, Vedic, in all ways we have to show the code of conduct. The inner conscience, everything mixed together. You have to bring out humanity. It's not you bang hammers in the court and earn lots of money for taking bribes and cheating people. A good lawyer will never get enough money. In the mainstream. If you're a good lawyer who has studied everything and come, you will not get any job. You have to be truthful on your own. We should not get into the mainstream profession. You must be outside. We must be helping humanity out of the mainstream. Be separate. Be independent. What is independent India? It is independent democracy. Democracy means ruled by the people. That means we all are ruled. Where we all rule the government. So we must be able to control our code of conduct around this. And that is inner conscience. Conscience will tell you what is correct and wrong. Not any constitution, not any law. Most of the laws made today are 90% scam making and all of these things. So don't get into the mainstream lawyer profession. These people like to be detectives. The next profession that they like to be is detectives. And also financial consultants and all of those financial professions also. So continuing with the Yama, Lord Yama. He is a very great Devata. So what he does is he controls. Yama itself means control. Yama means perseverance. Yama means forbearance. Yama means forgiveness. Lord Yama has all of these qualities. He gives us the effects of our karma like a father. How does a father punish his children? Death is not the end. Otherwise, why would have God made this world if death was the end? Other religions, for example, different other religions think that death is the end. Death is not the end. There is Punarjanma. Otherwise, why did God make this entire world if He didn't give us a single chance? There's so many religious texts for us. What if we didn't come across a single one? Why is there no chance for us? There is chance. We should always be perseverant. We should be waiting for the chance. The moment the chance comes, you must start working towards it. So therefore, Yama teaches us this karma, this law, order, etc. Without Yama, there is no world. Without Yama, we cannot be controlled. We will be humans eating, enjoying and doing all kinds of horrible activities and finally ending up in trouble. Yama is the court, the trial, the case. He's all the three. So that's why we must always be good people. One more thing about this nakshatra is the lucky plant. I mean, not lucky, but important plant for this is lucky. Is, it's a word used by Western astrologers, fortune tellers. Astrology is not a fortune telling subject. It's a vast subject. It deals with the spiritual insights of life. It deals with helping the people all over the world. It deals with things that have not been seen. Astrology means the celestial signs. It is above human considerance. Astrology is not only the Jataka. It is above that. It is above human considerance itself. It is a spiritual thought. It is the science of the Sorry, the memory card got full. So now we're going to see the next part of the Bharani nakshatra. That is, now we're talking about the holy plant of Bharani nakshatra, and that is, it is called Abhigya officinalis, and it is known as Amalaki or Indian gooseberry. Amalaki in Sanskrit and Indian gooseberry in English. So this is a holy plant, and if you wish prosperity for the people of this nakshatra, go and worship the tree of Amalaki according to the vidhi, puja vidhi. Some people think that such remedies do not work, but when a great sage in the past has given his opinion on something, you must surely take considerance of it, and you must surely believe it, because that is a word from an ancient past. A person who has given up the science of astrology and who has made it exactly correct. So, Amalaki is a plant which is very holy. It has all the Shad rasas, 6 rasas except salt. So, salt rasa is an artificial thing, we have to add it later. It's not generally present in normal food, but 5 rasas are present in this plant, and it cures so many diseases. It's a part of Triphala. So, let us see deep into this plant. This plant should be circumambulated and offered, and little kumkum and a little arishna turmeric should be put on top of the plant, and also it should be watered daily, and that's when this plant gives special influences upon the nakshatra. This nakshatra, Bharani nakshatra, is okay, let's have a synopsis of this nakshatra. First thing is, this nakshatra, a few things have to be considered. One thing is, this nakshatra is owned by Venus. This nakshatra is present in the Rashi of Mars. This nakshatra is having 4 padas, each one of them are governed by a planet. This nakshatra is also somewhat related to Rahu. This nakshatra is having its Adhidevata as Yama. This nakshatra is the nakshatra of the power of Apabharani Shakti, and various things like this. When we go forward, we'll know more about this nakshatra. So, the first point is, Venus and Mars combination here gives a kind of a, there are 6 evils: Kama, Krodha, etc. In this, Kama in these people is very high sometimes. Lust, they get that problem. So, for people who want to be good, one should leave all of these 6 things. These 6 things are the destruction of humanity. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. These 6 things means lust, Kama, Krodha, anger, Lobha, greed, Mada, delusion, Matsarya, jealousy, and Moha, delusion, and Mada is getting mad. So Mada means infatuation. So these kinds of things should be left by humans, and that's when we are removed of all of these 6-fold coverings in our mind, in our body, then only we can reach the supreme. Our mind, our soul and body should be pure fully. So for Bharani people, is a special thing. And people who live around the person who has a Bharani nakshatra, they should always be cooperative with that person, should be should not provoke that person, should live with that person in harmony, and a Bharani person should be forbearing. You must not get angry, you must not get violent, because Bharani nakshatra gets easily provoked. All the padas of Bharani nakshatra. So, it's like an elephant. Again, we come into the elephant part of this. And also, this nakshatra is this nakshatra is actually it is opposite of Shani's exaltation, because Shani once saw Ganesha's face, which made the face Vakra. Still, it's very beautiful, Ganesha's face, but it made it Vakra. This story is there, some people think, and that is why the debilitation of Shani is in this asterism or in this Rashi is what they say. And also another thing about this nakshatra is that this nakshatra is having Yama as the Adhidevata. Some people think Yama is a very dangerous and deathly personality, but I would say that Yama, according to the Vedas and Shastras, is having wonderful powers, and he is benevolent, he is righteous, he is religious, he punishes those who are evil, and he sends the good people to heaven. So Yama, this is a place where punishment is taught to the people. What will happen to you? So, Hinduism is that religion which tells you karma vipaka. You do a dangerous deed and the Lord gives it to you back, someday or the other. And sometimes we ask, why are we getting so many problems? It's karma vipaka. That means whatever you have done, that gets cooked and you get the effect of it. So that's why we must all do good acts. We must not be having these kama, krodha, lobha, mada, matsarya, moha, etc. We must be free of all of these things, and that's when we can really experience the Supreme Lord and we can have full devotion to Him. And the next thing about this nakshatra is Bharani nakshatra is owned by Yama as the Adhidevata. He is the force of this nakshatra. So Yama gives the evil effects when necessary to that particular person, whereas he gives the person a higher position when the person does good deeds in his life. So this kind of detailed thing of karma is only present in one religion, that is Hinduism. And that's why we people should be very, very happy to have got such a bundle of truth, and we should give it to the rest of humanity and help them know what is truth. So the next thing about this nakshatra, Bharani nakshatra, is that in this nakshatra, people who are born in this nakshatra can be filmmakers, movie and music, etc. And because this nakshatra is having the power of Apabharani Shakti and various other things, and also this nakshatra is good at arts. Bharani itself means cultivating, and that's why they're good at making movies, etc. And these people can be good lawyers because of Yama, the greatest lawyer, the judge of humanity, and also Shukra, who was a teacher of law, that is Niti Shastra. He wrote a book called Shukra Niti. Even now we have this book, so we can refer to this book, and there's lots of Niti in this, there's lots of politics. And seeing that book and Brihaspati's book, Kautilya wrote his famous book Arthashastra, so we can know what kind of a lawyer ability will be there in this nakshatra. So please use this lawyer ability not to cheat people but to help people, because nowadays 99% of all lawyers are engaged in cheating people and destroying people's lives and listening to the elite, listening to the fat-pocketed people. So please do not get into that kind of profession. Stick to dharma. We are talking about Yama and Shukra. That is about dharma. We have to be religious. At least if somebody does not believe in the Hindu dharma, at least listen to your moral conscience, the simple moral instinct that God has given to us. Do not get into professions which take a random picture of an issue. Nowadays, most cases are outruled without even seeing anything properly. Big companies are let go freely. The multinational companies have so many constitutional laws which allow them to do anything they want. So if we see it like this, we must not be those kinds of lawyers. We must be good people, people who believe in truth and dharma. If not dharma, at least their moral instinct and moral consciousness. At least their religious spirit of moral instincts. We need not push our own religious things on others, everything. But the moral instincts that are common in every religion should at least be made a part of our law. But that does not happen. We must make it happen, and that can happen with the Bharani Nakshatra people. So, next, there are so many other things that there are various professions that these people can enter into, and get into arts. This is also very good for Bharani Nakshatra person. So you can cultivate any art. Bharani is about cultivation of arts, bearing of arts, and improvisation of arts, and all of these things related to fine arts and different kinds of kalas. There are 64 arts in our ancient Indian curriculum, and now these arts have been reduced to just a few, and that too not even included in the main education syllabus. It is like a opt, choose. We should come back to our ancient Vedic education system, and that is 64 various kalas and so many more sciences, etc., which teach a humanity, which teach a human entire life, which allow the human to wade through the ocean of life, which make the human know what is truth, and which finally take him to the supreme abode. So, master any one of the 64 kalas. That will really give you a good life for people who are in Bharani nakshatra. And diseases, please be aware of this. Bharani nakshatra can have head problems because in the nakshatra purusha, Bharani is known as the head of the nakshatra purusha, according to Brihat Samhita. And then we can know that this nakshatra can also have problems with the lower part of the body and also with the stomach, etc. And also they can have problems with eyes, facial marks, and hurts or permanent marks here and there. So these kinds of head injuries, etc. can happen. But generally their health is okay. Problems in their health might be related to the lower part of the body or accidents and things that happen due to fate, like hit and etc. Not generally microbial diseases. So these might be the health problems of such people, and they sometimes get problems of the lower part of the body. So this is a general view of Bharani nakshatra. It is not an exact thing of Bharani nakshatra. I'm not saying everything exact here because it's not possible to give all the effects just saying a person's nakshatra. You have to have the jataka. You have to have the entire part of the the astrological detail, and then only you can detail a person's future. Otherwise, if you just have the nakshatra, you can only see a very few things in possibilities. Those approximating possibilities of somebody's future. If you want to know the entire view of the person's life, then we need every single thing. You need the jataka, you need the shodashamsas, etc. And all of these things would only give you the entire picture. And generally, or possibility, can give you a few effects like this. For example, when I say that this person will be having a little problem of head injuries, then you must first consider which planet is for the head, which nakshatra is for the head, which and the lagna, the 10th house, and the general health karaka, the atma karaka. You must see all of these things together. You must see the rogadipati, you must see the 8th house. We must see all of these things together, and then we can tell you whether the head is in a problem or not. But if we just see an outside picture of what is happening, like just the nakshatra, it is not very sure whether you can say that the person will get a head problem. It's a possibility. Many Bharani people might wait out, not have such head problems. So all the details must be put into this. And concluding, I would say that this video is based on Brihat Samhita, Brihat Jataka, and also various texts like Taittiriya Brahmana, etc. So I hope that I've given you enough information about this nakshatra, and you can also see various other things about this nakshatra. You can read books about it, etc. And please forgive me if I've made any mistakes about detailing any of these things about this nakshatra. I've tried my best to give you all the information, provide you all the information. So thank you. Jai Shri Krishna.